Alright, ready, set, go. So welcome guys, this is We 3. Finally, I get to have some time for casting the games and I wanted to allocate this time for something special. This is a subscriber replay that has been sent to me by YuNo himself, playing on an infinite island on the right side with his red allies, versus this is Win9. The funniest thing of all, sorry that, I have never seen this player before. I checked him a bit, and from the looks of it, he knows how to play. The good thing is he's playing Soviets, and this is green Soviets, so this is not, I think, green alert, but at least it will be something reminiscent of it. So YuNo starts with a very quick airfield. First Vindicator is already up. Are we going to see cryo stuff? Not yet. Vindicator is now going for, well, engineer is already captured the oil derrick, so it's not going to work it. On the meantime, flak cannon here is on hold, a typical strategy, very good against allies air start. Like, for example, in case if you're wondering why you are losing everything with Vindicators that is being stacked upon here, well, because, well, you will need this flak cannon one way or another. Also, this building placement on early game is actually very good. As you can see, like, reactor is being protected, and also exit point of war factory is protected all with this one flak cannon. Now, first bullfrog is already out, and, well, YuNo is quickly going for expansion, not even spending most of his resources for any kind of aerial push or assault. And Bullfrog's already made contact with these Vindicators, but now microplay is going to happen. A very good feint coming from the YuNo. Quite unfortunate start for the Win9 here, but not that bad actually. The only loss is Vindicator, and allies could actually make a very powerful, how to say, pushing point with the air forces. Multi-gunner threat is already deployed at this little bullfrog. Alright, it survives, not that bad. But now I think, yes, a 3 bullfrog amount is much more better when it comes to sniping a Vindicator. Now, in the meantime, Vindicators could be used for scouting. That's for the first thing. The second thing is they can randomly, like, bomb the ore collector here. I mean, pressing the F is quite vital here. And, oh, unfortunately, this bullfrog just get destroyed by the multi-gunner threat. In the meantime, bear, just for bear scout, I mean, you could actually move the bullfrog around here and just toss it around. And this dog is like, hey, come back here. So let's see. MCV is idle, but going for the 4th expansion point. Not actually, they're not at all. Now, Vindicator count is already 3. Now, this is going to be different. That's a very nice micro coming out right up. The one Vindicator goes on second. It's almost... Wait, wow, what? Did he really draw the aggro of the bullfrog to the other Vindicator? If the other Vindicator could also survive, that would be a very nice move, but unfortunately didn't really work. Now, 2 terror drones out there, but I don't think they could do anything particularly different. And oil derrick is not even captured by the YuNo, so all upon this time, YuNo played without his own oil derrick. And the walls are being built, but not good enough. Multi-gunner turret has been deployed. MCB push now online. Yep, wall push is going right up, and reactor is being built just in front of this multi-gunner turret to block the attacking of the multi-gunner turret. Go for, yeah, that's nice actually. Reactor ammo just toggled just in time, but this multi-gunner turret is now causing a bit trouble. The best course of action would be crusher crane. I'm unsure. You will definitely need some handful of barracks, for example, barracks. Getting lots of conscripts could actually work in here. For example, YuNo is immediately getting his barracks, selling the multi-gunner turret in before and slowly trying to push with more more multi-gunner turrets. In the meantime, unfortunately, Soviets are going to lose a 3rd expansion point. And MCV is already at low HP. Now, you will going to crush it, which makes sense. Or no, perhaps? I mean, before getting this, I will not crush the MCV, that's for sure. Also, this is a perfect moment for the cash bounty, but I think it's on cooldown. He has used it on one of the bullfrog out there. Now, this bear could actually stop this javelin from bombarding here. And this conscript is going to be MVP, I suppose. Yep, the first javelin, moreover, is now inbound. This hammer tank is just spazzed out. Better to take it out before getting bombed by the Vindicators. An opportunity lost by the YuNo. You could easily just snipe this hammer tank. Or maybe was he like, how to say, like baiting him for this. Now we will see to it. Now a trade is going to be done. I guess so. 2 Vindicators are down. Not that bad. In return of 1 hammer tank and 1 bullfrog. And this ore refinery is still alive. There's only 1 hammer tank out there. Honestly speaking, at this point, I would probably go 2 or 3 barracks. I mean, skip this hammer tank or war factor production no matter what. Also, insane wall movement, I mean, coming right up here. Even though there's, for example, the Peacekeeper is now blocking the entrance path for the walls to be deployed. But it's not going to work for him. There's also the Delta Strike, beautifully used on the point. 2 javelins are going to die. Yep. Now airfield is now strategically positioned. A very quick terror drone. I mean, not even letting YuNo to harvest any kind of ore from here. The pressure is actually quite strong, considering that 2 multi-gunner turrets are now very nicely built over the hill. So no, I mean, this is the only means of sight that Win9 is actually having. You're positioning them. Hammer tanks. Now that's beautiful. None of them are getting attacked. The only issue is they have Vindicators. On the meantime, Tumbleade harassment. When did you get the airfield? Okay, you did. Well, that's actually a very good strategy as well. Like, you get the one way or another attack your opponent, and he actually did. Also, if this corrector could actually escort over here, that would be very nice. Crash shot has been used, and okay. Oh, come on, do not lose. No! And there goes the 1000 credits. Now, the amount of hammer tank is actually rising. I wonder if this is tier 2. Okay, no tier 2, so no spies, so no funky movement coming right up. But YuNo is actually cannot able to keep up the pressure. Oh no, this is the Soviet roll is incoming, for real. Is he going back? Okay, there's 1 multi-gunner still. Oh no, this is a terrible way to move in the bullfrogs. A bear on exit point is always nice. Barracks has been sold. And I think... Oh no, this is a terrible way to... Oh no, you know what are you doing? Okay, fine. Okay, multi-gunner turret in a very good position. I think this bullfrog will take the L very quickly. No, yes, okay, so wait. Now, that's a big trouble. FCV is now going a reverse move. Oh no, 4 Vindicators are coming. 2 hammer tanks are just going to take the L. Oh, no. Oh! Oh, just the 2! And 3 hammer tanks just get crushed out for nothing. Now, IFV is trying to take down the Stimulate. Is it the 4th coming right up? Okay, not the 4th. In an insane drastic change, Win9 losing half of his ground units, and MCV is still good to go. But now Vindicators should be around, like they're trying to repair and refuel, but that's not going to happen. And there is no other substitute airbase, so they cannot, like for example, refuel. If they drop the bomb, that will final the bombs, and we have a 1-star rank hammer tank already here. So 1 building is ready. The multi-gunner turret is being on hold. I mean, it's being built. I'm sorry. No, okay, he wants to take down the bullfrogs, but come to think of it, I mean, this MCV is going to die. A cell will be a good point. Anyway, so that's it. Okay, so we have a seaport and an airbase. So airbase and also a command hub. So we know what does this mean. So YuNo can actually get, for example, has to build at the MCV, can go for tier 2 and like maybe get some cryocopters. On the meantime, the only final line of defense is this multi-gunner turret. Also, funnily enough, we haven't seen any kind of mix from the Win9. I mean, a good amount of investment for the bullfrogs, but I have to say it's getting a bit obsolete at this point. So maybe get some mix. So these Vindicators, for example, are going to cause a lot of trouble for you. And now it's contact. 1 Vindicator goes down, and well, bullfrogs are left idle. So big, terrible trade. On the meantime, so yep, we're not going to see MCV coming right up for the Win9. On the meantime, another refinery is going to take the L very soon enough. This bullfrog is retreating, so soon we get to see the amount of 4 hammer tanks is dropped into 2 hammer tanks only. So leaving the refinery intact, I mean retreating, that's final. We get to see a MiG, but against the 4 Vindicators, I'm unsure. Also, that's right, finally. And targeting the best Vindicator out there, not that bad, but there are so many targets that you can actually follow, and oh, come on, you can make it. Just move around. Final rocket? Ah, come on! Anyway. 2 MiGs already, so unfortunately the air support is going to be shut down for a while. Riptide making contact with the 3rd refinery. Also, okay, fine. We get to see the construction yard once again coming from the Win9. On the meantime, 2 boisterous star rank hammer tanks just bombarding this refinery on their Heart's Desire. Also, do they have secondary weapon? I see some flak projectile here, but also this terror drone, why is it? Anyway, okay, it's not getting fired. Do not do the terror drone just for that. Also, very nice use of the cash bounty over there. Now, MiG's making contact, and 1 Vindicator. I will not definitely lose that Vindicator. Do not lose the other one as well. Come on. Oh. So, 3 Vindicator, and 4th is going to happen. 4 Vindicator just taking down the 2 MiGs, and there's only 1 Hydrofoil left. That is star rank. But I mean, let's think about it. Is he going to use a Tomb Blade in a moment? He doesn't really need it. At this point, I mean, we get to see some javelins around here, so we know. I'm unsure. For example, you can only bombard here and here, but then he stacks some javelins around there. And also, don't forget that there's a star rank hydrofoil. Where's a star rank hydrofoil? Okay, there it is. This guy can actually take 10 Tomb Blades also. Oh, what a waste of amount of credits. Also, okay, that's nice star Peacekeeper, but not good enough. I'm already getting a star rank for the bear itself. The bear is just saying that the fun has just started. So very nice. I mean, Win9 is... I mean, getting a naval yard here will give you a huge advantage. And, yep. Okay, finally. Alright, MCVs are being rebuilt, so that's a quite interesting game. And also, defending here is somehow possible. But that's a very beautiful reaction coming right up. I know even the collector is being said, when you play Soviets, and especially if you have Crusher Crate, refineries don't really matter at all. I mean, collectors matter the most. And what is this IFB? Okay, he wants to snipe down this MiG, but it's just like on the 1 rocket. Oh no. Okay, so if you leave your base that far just for MiG, eventually, if you're playing against Soviets, 1 terror drone. It's like, come back here. Alright, also Tomb Blade is engaging, but that's not the best. Oh, that's a bit sad thing. A Win9 getting pissed off at placing beacon for himself. Now, once again, getting hammer tanks. The game is actually repeating itself. Like, if only this hydrofoil was not star rank, you could actually go for Tomb Blades and do some double harassment over here. I mean, IFVs are not that good, but they're quite easy to counter if you're playing Soviets. The first thing is just escort a terror drone over here and zap it down, so Tomb Blade can actually unload all of the rockets, and bam, ooh. Okay, that's actually a very nice Cryogeddon, but the reaction of the Win9 is also good. There's only 1 Bullfrog is being frozen. Yeah, exactly, and he's not attacking. YuNo. Okay, finally. These javelins are going to tear down this hammer tank for sure. I mean, it's slowed that terribly, and Vindicators arrive just in time. And once again, defense is solid. At this point, I think, yeah, Battle Lab is being built. Win9 is feeling a little bit safe. And here's the thing. The moment the Zakola is out, these Riptides are going to be quite useless. You know, your Prospector is not working. Also, spending that cryo shot over there, meaning that there's not going to be a harvester killing. I mean, harvester snipe with cryo shot, so that's not going to be an option. And okay, where's your airfield, by the way? Okay, there it is. Okay, tier 2 cryocopter, I think, is being built, so you'll definitely need it. also snipe down this hydrofoil and it's going to be victory. Is it going to happen? No, it's not going to happen. It's a bait for the ultra torpedoes and it played very nicely. I mean, the moment that he was playing the Riptides, you get to realize that, well, it's not going to work. Or 5 Riptides, a bit investment, I have to say. At this point, I think this is a bit disrespecting your opponent. I mean, you can't just, without a terror drone, take down a prospector like that with an orbital drop. Now you get, now you have to need one more Akula. Why would you do that? Just snipe the Riptide and just wait. I mean, that's the best way to play it, and also just using cash bounty over these buildings. Alright, once again we see a ground Soviet offensive, but oh, that's a lot of javelin, and I mean so many rockets are just covering around here. You get to have a V4 right now if you want to punch a hole over there. But the trouble is, well, YuNo is also tier 3. The best part is the seaport is not tier 3, so we are not going to see some fat aircraft carriers bombarding over the Soviet base. But we see now Athena, and soon I guess we get to see some Mirage tanks. Okay, no Mirage tanks, only Athena cannons. Still no cryocopters. Like, YuNo knows how to play with them. I wonder... Okay, finally he gets his own first cryocopter. Alright, V4, but that's a bit dangerously close. Oh, come on. See, I mean, just... Oh, no! I got to be more careful with that. So, okay, Delta to Delta airstrike once again has been used. From the looks of it, we can easily say Win9 wants to have some more time. Alright, low power because MCV is not even bothering to go over here for getting a 1 at least aircraft carrier. So, getting rid of the naval yard is something. Okay, he wants to get down this, take down this prospector. I mean, for example, this is a good amount of investment, so let him have it in that way. He already spent good amount of money over here, and he's not attacking. Oh, so they're very dangerous placement for super reactor, if you ask me. Whoa. Well, I spoke too soon. Aircraft carrier is not being built. The only solace would be if he could get a Natasha. He could actually nullify the first one. Before rocket is now... I mean, how is that going to happen again? Why the V4 rocket just gets shrunken, meanwhile it launched it in an original size? Now we see one Akula over here, so let's see. I think he's not reacting now. Almost there, come on! Alright, so this base is now completely exposed to any kind of attack. And I think this Akula can take 1 or 2 more Riptides down, but I think it accomplished its mission. So when did we get Kiro? And the first 2 bombs actually hit. I mean, they can direct it, and this aircraft carrier is already half HP. Just fetch a terror drone. I think it will do the job. On the meantime, we have 2 combat on both of the shores, one on top and the bottom, and the other Akula just sniping the 1 Riptide. There are only 3 Riptides left. And Cryogeddon has been used on the mid, but again, I mean, this guy is not going to lose anything to Cryo Shot or Cryogeddon or anything like that. It doesn't care for him. It doesn't care about it. Like, you say, just launch it and I will not lose any kind of units to it. Only 1 ammo tank in a huge radius of the Cryogeddon. Now, this Kiro is suffering terribly. At this point, maybe having some... Oh, no. Right, Soviet units are now engaging, but they're attacking the Aegis shield, so they could actually crush any kind of infantry, perhaps. Okay, he really wants to have that. Alright, that's actually insane. I mean, not that bad, but one of the hammer tank is now shrunken. And how is this hammer tank is still alive? Just breath onto it and he will die. Okay, Kiro is now once again approaching, and it's drawing a lot of focus fire from the javelins. On the meantime, on the bottom, we see the terror drones, and 1 bear is actually checking on the aircraft carrier. Natasha has been frozen, doesn't really care. Aircraft carrier has been dealt with. YuNo is not getting another one. On the meantime, javelins are actually proceeding forward. And where are the bears? I mean, okay, you have some bears. And this sea expansion has paid itself, but now, I mean, 3 Akulas is a little bit high, if you ask me. All of them will have to travel Ooh, that's terrible. And more javelins just taking the rockets. On the meantime, the Delta airstrike has been used. More time is now being bought. 3 cryocopters. That's dangerous. Oh no, this wave 4 just frozen on the tracks. Good amount of bullfrogs, but not good amount of the mix. This airfield is way too busy with producing more Kuro airships. On the meantime, I mean, come to think of it, this air expansion has been completely cleansed out. So this is a good moment for expanding over here and getting your own well-deserved refinery. But, well, you can see, YuNo is expecting that. Construction yard is now having some trouble. Okay, not having that much of a trouble. Are you serious? Oh, no. I mean, Vindicated first dies, but where are the MiGs? Okay, there are no MiGs. We're not going to have any MiGs in this time soon, but the Akuda is already making contact over here. The other aircraft carrier is now approaching on the seas. Engineer is going to no. Okay, he forgot. He didn't pay attention to it. Right, Naval Yard has been destroyed. 2 Apollos on the skies, having a good vision over there, but now YuNo is losing everything on the seas. On verse, Kashing, a new aircraft carrier. I mean, just look at this capitalism on his arms. Like, one is fighting for other one. EMP missile. Oh, just right in the spot. Oh no, this is going to be very terrible. Or maybe not. I'm not sure, but either this would be in a very favor of the YuNo or the vice versa. But now tanks are in a bad position, perhaps. Where are the bull? Oh no. It's terrible. I mean, bullfrogs are not positioned. All of these cryocopters are still alive, but the best thing is now they are in contact with the bullfrogs. One of them goes down immediately, and Apollos just die for nothing. But Mirage tanks make contact with bullfrog and make short work of it. And Kiro is just using a very good move of the attack move over there, and I mean force fire. I'm sorry, and dropping some bombs to create some blockade over here. So many bears, 1 hammer tank, and command hub on here. Natasha is now back alive and on the field. Now we have 3 Akulas, and well, that would be all. This is a way to expect. I mean, ooh, that's a bit of like spending over there just for the seas and the 1 sea expansion. But now seas are safe, but the land is not safe. That's for sure. 4 Mirage tanks and a handful of javelins. A complete anti-air, anti-ground, anti-everything army is now moving forward to the Win9's base and going to make a big punch over there. There's a Delta strike, or I'm unsure. Orbital downpour has been used. Okay, this is orbital. I can't remember the name. It's just level 1-1. But anyway, unfortunately, all of the Soviet units are being shattered one by one, and that's actually insane turn back. For a moment, I was really thinking YuNo was going to make it, but I think he's not going. He is not going to make it, but now he is to make it. If only this Delta strike were available on the combat, this could be very different for the Win9, but unfortunately, the Win9 is losing everything on the field. I mean, it's just a big fat army of cryocopters and Mirage tanks are now camping in front of your base, in front of your war factory, in front of your super reactors, and Win9 just can't handle anymore. And unfortunately taps out the game. But I have to say, it was an insane performance, if you ask me. I couldn't expect any better. I mean, he held the push. He took down the MCV. Of course, he lost his own MCV as well. On the meantime, I think the only error that we can possibly say, there was so much spending for the sea. I mean, both coming from YuNo and the Win9 as well. I mean, 3 Akulas just for like, well, refinery is off. And you took the airport, a seaport as well. So what's the point of having that much of Akulas? These are expensive sea units, and unlike the, for example, assault destroyers, they can't just go on the land and can be used anyway. So same also goes for the YuNo. I mean, 6 Riptides. Meanwhile, you have 1 cryocopter. You could actually handle it with just 1 cryocopter and 2 Riptides, maybe, or even it can go toe to toe. If you ask me, I mean, most of the time, the Akula will just, if the player thinking well, it will retreat and it will wait. The shrink effect has been passed. But I have to say, it was a very good game. So GG for both of our players. But that will be all. So guys, first of all, thank you for the YuNo for sending this replay to me. It was a pleasure to cast it. And also, if you guys liked the video or the casting, feel free to leave a like. I'm making a lot of mistakes because I'm cooled down for a very, I think for a full month. I cannot even just sit on my computer and do some casting or anything like that. So Maybe I got rusty. I'm not sure, but anyway, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, or anything like that. That helps me a lot. But until then, see you guys.